Hello, and welcome to the Gimkit Gazette for December 2019 and January 2020. First up is our appreciation for the month. For the month? Whatever, let's do it. The appreciation this time around is for Nathan Herman. Nathan was one of the first educators to ever use Gimkit, and it was incredible to get to meet Nathan back in December when he came to Seattle to visit. Nathan is an awesome teacher. He's only been teaching for 4 years, but he's already taken on a leadership role and been part of some outstanding projects. Nathan, it was a true honor to get to meet you. Thank you so much for spending time with us. This appreciation's for you. All right, let's do the community update for December and January. First of all, I wanted to talk a little bit about a classroom visit we had back in December. We visited Vanessa Madrid's Spanish class at Ballard High School here in Seattle. We've done several of these class visits, but this was one of the most impactful so far. Vanessa is funny and thoughtful and kind, and all of those things transitioned over to her students in her classroom. That conversation with Vanessa's class really got us thinking and shifted the way that we'll approach these class visits and video calls in the future. So thank you, Vanessa, and thank all of your students for taking the time with us. We had a blast. The other community update that I wanted to share was just to talk a little bit about our winter event. In December, right before the break, we did our second annual winter event. It didn't launch like it was supposed to at a specific time and date as a surprise interruption to Gimkit games, but once we added the launch button, you all dove right in. It was amazing to hear all your feedback and see how it went. The winter event is designed to take students out of the normal lessons and material that they might be learning and give them some kind of collaborative challenge, something that challenges them to communicate and strategize and problem solve. It has nothing to do with the material or the Gimkit quiz that they were playing, but it gets them thinking and moving and provides opportunities for learning and problem solving that might not typically be in the classroom or that teachers may not have time to bring in. Again, we got a lot of great feedback on the winter event, and we're already looking forward to next year's event. All right, now time for our company update. I wanted to talk a little bit about our winter break. We took 2 weeks off right at the end of the year. This gave the three of us, Fadi, Josh, and myself, time to relax, spend time with our families, and just decompress. The time away and the time with families was nice, but we also returned re-energized and just really ready to tackle all the things we wanted to work on in 2020. This was an experiment for sure, but it's one that we were all really thought went really well, and that we'll be rolling forward to next year. The other big company update is that at the end of January we fully moved to remote. I recorded a little bit of a video about this, saying goodbye to our office and talking a little bit more about remote, so I'll throw it to that video now. I know it doesn't look like much now, but this is Gimkit's office. It was our office for 6 months. We have everything moved out except for my stuff over here. I just wanted to say goodbye to the space. It was just 6 months that we were here, but a lot of cool stuff happened here. But ultimately, we're really excited to be moving to remote. It's scary for sure to be going fully remote. A few things make us comfortable and confident and excited to make this move. One of them is our discovery and implementation of Basecamp. Basecamp has allowed us to work on things asynchronously and in a way that makes us feel really comfortable and confident in moving remote. Our communication is better, the way we work on projects flows really nicely, and we can do everything right inside of that amazing tool. The other thing is 6 short months ago, Josh and I felt like the best way to build Gimkit as a new quickly growing company was to have everybody in one place. That way we can work on problems and projects together, share ideas and collaborate. That felt really important. That stuff is really important, but since we can do all of those things in Basecamp, a few other important things have rose to the surface. The flexibility and ability to hire anybody, anywhere is really exciting. So if we find the right person that's in New York and Minneapolis or St. Louis, we can hire them. We don't have to ask them to move to Seattle, or just look for talent in Seattle and really narrow the pool. The other exciting aspect of moving to a remote culture is if somebody decides that they want to try living in another city. That's not a problem at all. You can do your Gimkit work from anywhere. It doesn't make a difference where in the world you live. So if you move from Seattle to New York City, not a problem. So for all those reasons, we're excited and nervous to move remote. Saying goodbye to the office has mixed feelings for all of us, and not working in the same space every day definitely will miss each other and need to find ways to make sure that we stay connected in those ways. Anyway, this is a long way to say goodbye to the office and hello to working remotely. All right, what a video. Welcome back. Josh wrote a really great piece that also involves a little bit of voice recording about going remote, why we went remote, and what that process looked like for our company. That's on our blog at blog.gimkit.com. That's it for the company update. It's time for the product update. I wanted to talk a little bit about our integration with Pear Deck. So in December, we launched an integration with Pear Deck's Flashcard Factory. So that meant that you can create a set of flashcards in Flashcard Factory, and then with one click import that set over to Gimkit and then play it with your class. For us, this was really important because it was our first integration with another company and partnership in this way, and that's meaningful because we've known folks over at Pear Deck for around a year, a little less than a year. And the more that we meet people at Pear Deck and learn about them and get to know them better, the more we realize how committed they are to education. And obviously they make a great product, which we knew, but getting to know them really takes it to a next level. Flashcard Factory is amazing to use. It's super fun. And if we can save you a little time or give you a little something more interesting to keep your students engaged, then we'll be happy. So if you use that integration, let us know how it goes. And on our end, we're just really excited to be working alongside Pear Deck. All right, now I'm going to toss it over to Josh. Josh, what do you say?
Alrighty, hey everyone, welcome to the second part of the product update. I had to put my dog in there, I had to. Anyway, a lot of new product stuff, so let's just get into it. First up, let's talk about holiday stuff. We did a lot for the holidays this year around. We brought back 3 of the favorite holiday power-ups, so that's the Jingle Bells, the Naughty or Nice, and the Snowstorm. We brought in some new winter music to Gimkit, which it seems like you all love more than the normal Gimkit music. And of course, we did the winter event. That was a big engineering challenge. It was really fun to do, but really difficult. And I know Jeff talked about it, but it was so awesome to see all your students working to complete it. What else did we add? We added the quick action sheet. So in our feedback center where you all can suggest things, one of the top suggestions was a way to ice students as the teacher. And so we took that and we incorporated a few other requests and made the quick action sheet. And then a feature which has been gone in Gimkit since October of 2018, it's finally returned, is play again. At the end of a game now, you can click play again on the top right. All of your students will be brought back into a new game. You'll be brought back to the lobby. They don't have to type in a new game code. They don't have to type in their name. You'll be ready to start a new game with a single click. We also spent a lot of time working on reliability improvements. December was a really rough month. We had multiple outages, some that lasted over 30 minutes. It was really bad. And so we worked to improve the stability of Gimkit. And we've had some issues since, but most of them have been on third parties, nothing from our end. We're still working to improve that, so if those fail, we still are fine. But December was really rough, and so we spent a lot of time focusing on improving the reliability and stability of Gimkit. On top of that, we worked on failing better, so we improved our disconnect logic. So as a game host, if you get disconnected now, you can reconnect and continue your game. The game doesn't just stop. As a student, if you get disconnected for live games, for assignments, you have a time where you can reconnect and save all your power-ups, your balance, your upgrades. It's as if nothing ever happened. So around the board, Gimkit is more stable than it has ever been. and we're consistently making it more and more stable. We're trying to do some small improvements every month. And finally is our new group subscription system called Gimkit Groups. We think that as many schools as possible should pay for Gimkit. That shouldn't fall on the teacher. It's something that helps students and teachers, and that shouldn't come out of the teacher's pocket. It should come out of the schools. We've decided to basically do the opposite of what every other company does in terms of group subscriptions. And what this means is Gimkit is the easiest tool to get set up for teachers by paying with a purchase order. So if your school thinks it's worth the price, then there's really no other tool that's easier to get your school set up on than Gimkit. First, we don't have any long quote forms that ask for a lot of your personal information. We just ask for your group name and your email so we can send you a copy of the quote, and that's it. You don't have to wait to get a quote. As soon as you click request, you get that quote instantly. And in fact, you don't even have to get a quote to see our price. We put our prices up front. There aren't any sales calls. We're just here if you need help. We're not here to try to upsell you on anything. There's no hidden prices or special prices. There's actually only 2 prices. Those are both listed on our site. On top of that, the price doesn't increase as more teachers in your school use Gimkit. So if you subscribe to our school plan, it's for your entire school. So as more and more teachers use Gimkit in your school, your price doesn't go up. On top of that, you don't even have to contact us or message us to get started with a subscription. You can make a quote on the new tool. You can get a purchase order from your school, submit that, and start adding educators to be upgraded to Pro the same day. You don't need to wait to hear back from us. So we've really made it as easy as possible to get started with your group. We wrote a blog post with more information about Gimkit Groups. We think it's a really big deal, and we're really excited to have more and more teachers covered by their school for their Gimkit subscription. All right, that's it for the product update. Fadi will be back next month, but he's been working on a new version of reports, and he's also just finished the locker, which we just released today. We'll talk about that in the next Gazette. All right, that's it. Thanks everyone for a great 2019, and here's to the next year, 2020, a new decade. I think it's going to be great. All right, we'll see you in March.